All right, so here's what you need to train effectively with barbells. I require my clients, both in person and online, to get a pair of lifting shoes and a belt. Those are the two basic requirements. Other than that, you can add a bunch of stuff. So I figured right now would be a good time to go through what you should be looking for and what you need to pick out. So first things first is a pair of lifting shoes. Probably the best place to find these is on Rogue Fitness's website. There's a ton of different options, so I always say find one that fits the budget and just run with it. There's a ton of different heel heights, there's different strap systems, there's different colors, there's different brands. Just find ones that you like and that you want to wear and go ahead and just pick them up. There's different heel heights, and it doesn't really matter what you get. There's Olympic ones that are a little bit higher, and there's some shorter, flatter ones. And until you can squat really heavy, you won't really know the difference. So just pick one and go with it. The reason we want lifting shoes is they have a firm, hard sole, and then they have a metatarsal strap. It just means you're gonna have a really solid connection to the ground when you're pushing heavy weights. The second thing that I require after a while is a lifting belt. This is my old lifting belt. It's a 4-inch. Okay, they usually make them in 3 and 4 inches. This is a single ply, meaning there's one piece of leather and single prong. It's just really easy to get on. It's really easy to manipulate in comparison to some of the more stiffer, thicker belts. And if you get one of these single prong, single ply lifting belts, this is the only thing you'll need. Dominion Strength, the Strength Co., Pioneer, all make some sort of version of this. So just pick one that you like and go with it. And the reason I require all my clients to have it is this, again, it's just a way of making lifting more efficient. You have something to contract against, your abdominals to contract against, increasing kind of that pressure and making your back more rigid so you can lift more weight. And when you can lift more weight, you get stronger. So if you're really tall like me, you can probably get away with a 4-inch belt like this, or most people are good with just a 3-inch belt. The one other thing on this, some people like to get 2 of them, and they'll do their deadlifts and their pulls from the floor with a 3-inch belt, and then they'll squat with a 4-inch belt. It's just kind of up to you, but definitely think you should have a belt. The next thing after that is a pair of lifting straps. These are really good when it comes to pulls and accessory lifts or doing volume deadlift work. At the start, you'll probably just be hook gripping, or you'll be alternate gripping, and that'll be fine, but eventually you'll need something to where you're not gonna tear your hands up as bad, or maybe heavy rack pulls or something along those lines. There's a ton of different versions of these. I like these just Olympic lifting straps. They're quick release in comparison to some of the ones with the longer straps with the longer pieces on them that wrap around the bar a ton of times. Also, it gets your hand really close to the bar. And requires you to squeeze just a little bit harder to keep them secure, which is a good thing for you. So again, just normal Olympic thin lifting straps. These are Iron Mind. I know Rogue makes them, a bunch of other people make one, but get a pair of these ordered if you're serious about your lifting. Another thing that is really beneficial is supportive gear. So, we have our belt, we have our shoes, that's great, but things like cranky knees, cranky elbows will deter you in your training over time if you don't take care of them. So if you've got cranky knees or cranky elbows, definitely get a pair of knee sleeves or elbow sleeves. Use as much supportive gear as you possibly can. Like, I don't care if you look like fucking iRobot under the bar. You just need to get in and do your training. And don't be so hard-headed about not using supportive gear like straps and knee sleeves. I really like Rogue, SBD. These are fine. Most people can get away with just like a 5mm thick knee sleeve. They do make them up to 7, but that are really thick, powerlifting type. Powerlifters will get like the tightest ones possible, but if you're just a normal person, just get a pair that actually fits you, that isn't too tight, but isn't too loose, so it gives you enough support when it comes to lifting. So those are kind of the basic gear. The one last thing that is beneficial is lifting chalk. You got to have lifting chalk. If you train at a commercial gym, they do have some clear type chalk that you can order online that works okay. And then if you still can't use that and you're at a commercial gym that doesn't allow chalk, Like, just go find a different gym that allows chalk, for fuck's sake. Like, you committed to being serious about barbell training. Stop fucking paying for a commercial gym that doesn't allow chalk, or some gym that doesn't allow chalk. It's bullshit. It's 2023. We need to be able to lift with chalk. Okay, so that's basic gear requirements. Shoes, belt are the two mandatory ones, and then straps, knee sleeves, and everything else is optional. But get what you need so you can train effectively, and don't ever let gear be something that's holding you back.